All right, let's talk about weight management. It's a topic so many of us think about, and, it can often feel like this constant uphill battle. Today, we're going to cut through all the noise, ignore the fads, and dive right into the real science of what's actually happening inside our bodies.
Eat less, move more. We've all heard it a million times, right? But if you've ever tried that and felt like you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle, well, you are. It is so much more complicated than that. So let's find out why. So instead of a simple equation, I want you to think of weight management like a giant, really intricate puzzle. Every single piece is connected, and to see the whole picture, you have to look at all of them together. The truth is, our weight is influenced by this huge range of factors. On one side, you've got our unique genetics, our internal biology, and on the other, you've got our environment, where we live, and our daily habits. It's this complex mix of things we can control, and some things we really can't.
Okay, so let's start with those internal factors, the literal master plan your body is already following, whether you're aware of it or not. First up, there's this fascinating idea called the set point theory. It suggests that our bodies have a preferred weight range they're basically programmed to defend. So when you lose weight, your body can actually fight back. It uses hormones to ramp up hunger and slow down your metabolism, all in an effort to get back to its comfortable set point. It's kind of like a thermostat for your weight.
And that, of course, brings us to metabolism. We hear that word thrown around all the time, but what is it really? What's powering our body's engine day in and day out? And this is where it gets really surprising for a lot of people. The vast majority of calories you burn every single day, a whopping 65 to 70%, it's not from your workout. It's your resting metabolic rate. That's just the energy your body uses to exist, to keep your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and your brain firing.
And your metabolism and hormones, they're just two pieces of this giant puzzle. We also have to think about the trillions of bacteria in our gut, the number of fat cells we have, how well we're sleeping, even the food ads we're bombarded with constantly. All of these things are part of our body's incredibly complex blueprint. So if our bodies are this complex, why do we rely on a single, simple number on a scale to tell us how healthy we are? It's pretty clear that number doesn't tell the whole story. Let's look at why. We've all heard of the body mass index, or BMI. For decades, it's been the go-to standard for assessing health, and it's just a simple calculation using your height and your weight. But here is the fundamental flaw. BMI has absolutely no idea what your body is actually made of. It can't tell the difference between a pound of muscle and a pound of fat. That makes it a really misleading metric, especially for muscular athletes or even for older adults who might be losing muscle mass. I mean, this image says it all, doesn't it? You've got two men here, same height, same weight. Their BMI is identical, but just look at them. One is a bodybuilder with 5% body fat. The other is a sedentary man with 30%. BMI says they're the same, but our eyes tell us a completely different story about their health. And this brings us to a much more useful idea, body composition. The real question isn't how much do you weigh, it's what is that weight made of? See, a healthy body is a mix of all these things, muscle, bone, organs, and two kinds of fat. The essential fat our bodies need just to function, and then storage fat. Understanding that ratio gives us a much more accurate picture of our actual health. But hold on, there's actually another layer to this. It's not just about how much fat you have. It's also about where your body stores it. We generally talk about two main patterns. There's the apple shape, where fat is stored around your belly. This is the more dangerous kind because it's often visceral fat surrounding your vital organs, and that's linked to a higher risk of major health problems. Then you have the pear shape, with fat in the hips and thighs, which is generally considered much healthier. Okay, so we've established this is super complex and that the number on the scale can be a total liar. So what now? What does a truly smart approach to our health actually look like? Well, first, let's just be really clear about the stakes. The research is sobering. Severe obesity can shorten a person's life by as much as 14 years. This isn't about vanity or how we look. This is about our health and, well, our time. But the answer is not to frantically chase some magic number on a scale. The real goal here is to shift our focus entirely to building healthy, sustainable habits that we can actually stick with and even enjoy for the rest of our lives. And this brings us to the single most important idea I want you to take away from all this. We need to flip the whole equation.
Instead of letting some target weight dictate your lifestyle, do it the other way around. Let a healthy lifestyle determine your weight. When you focus on nourishing your body, moving in ways that feel good, getting enough sleep, your body will naturally find its healthiest weight. So, I'll just leave you with this question. This is not about a complete life overhaul overnight. Just think about it. What is one small, healthy change you can focus on making starting today? Because in the end, those are the small changes that build a healthy life. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.